1 year ago, I learned Sierra's Advance because, well, it was summer of 2022 and I felt like it was just time to improve in Skewb. So how could I possibly improve easily, but without having to get into NS? And so, well, of course, I was using Sierra's Intermediate at the time, so the logical next step was Sierra's Advanced. And, well, it was an adventure because when I started, solving with Sarah's advance, I was getting really horrible times. At the time, I was averaging around 5 seconds, and the times that I was getting were like 7s, 8s, and 9s. Mostly because these are all new solutions to me, and I had to do so much thinking. Like, alright, if I do I do hedge or sledge here? Okay, then yes, I do that. And then now where do I rotate? And then do I do hedge or sledge again? And so it was that sort of process that really slowed me down. But of course, I just had to keep going. I just had to keep solving, solve more, get used to the method, and eventually I started getting very familiar and very fluid with my solutions. And I have to say that there's nothing that gets more magical in terms of cube solving than doing some really fluid series advance. Well, maybe NS is more fun. Well, absolutely, NS is absolutely more fun. But still, like, this is honestly a low commitment way to get some magic done, Skewb. And so now I still average 5 seconds. Now, of course, I'm past the days of only getting 7s, 8s, and 9s, but of course, I'm still back to where I started before. But I'm still happy about that because I've been very on and off with Skewb because I've been so focused on these days 5 line, 7 simul, and 6x6 and OH. Now, some tips I give for Sarah's advances is to first just not give up because there is so much to learn, so much to remember, and so much to apply into your solves that it's gonna be a lot. And you'll spend a lot of your time just thinking what to do next. And of course, it's not fun getting slower at skew, but you just have to keep doing it and you'll be faster for sure. And next up is something I wish I knew about when I started, and that was the fact that there's a Skewb trainer for L2L. And it's really incredibly helpful for getting more fluent with recognition, get more fluent with execution for cases, and overall being able to choose which cases to practice. And finally, my last tip isn't really about Sarah's advance, but still incredibly helpful, and that is to learn finger tricks. Like when I started in 2022, my really one of my few finger tricks was the Polish sledge, and since then I've now learned stuff like, for example, Elias taught this in Skewb school, Polish sledge, but instead of holding your index and middle finger on the center, it's just your index, and it's a really neat finger trick. And also, something I've been implementing more on my stall since then was using more of my thumb for both hedge and sledge, and it's really beautiful. It's really wonderful just getting used to these finger tricks because, I mean, aside from being actually good, of course, they're really satisfying to execute, and there's nothing more fun than being able to pull off these finger tricks successfully in a Skewb solve.